I've spent hours watching interviews with the CEO of YouTube, Neil Mahan, and it turns out that what he says will completely change the way that you view growing on YouTube.
The goal is the same, which is to make our creators successful on our platform.
If you don't know me, I'm Jay, and I make no-nonsense videos to help normal people start and succeed on YouTube. So at this point, we've got thousands of YouTube experts, all claiming to know the secret formula to YouTube success. But how many of them have actually paid attention to the man that runs the platform itself? The answer is not that many. I've done what most haven't, and I've studied almost every major interview with Neil Mahan, and it turns out that what he's saying contradicts almost all of the advice out there. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what the YouTube CEO says about how to grow a YouTube channel, and it seems like many of us had it wrong the whole time. So let's start with the biggest myth that drives viral views in the YouTube guru space, that you can hack the algorithm. The idea that providing you meet certain criteria, upload at a certain time, use the right tags, or stuff your descriptions with keywords, and YouTube will push your videos out to millions of people is just nonsense. And now it's been confirmed. It just doesn't work that way. If you want proof of this, I can show you so many channels that have grown successfully without using all of these so-called growth hacks. Take Chad Lisenby for example. He grew his channel to over 100,000 subscribers in just over 5 months. He doesn't use hashtags in his videos, and he uses the same description in all of his content. I'd love to see the gurus explain that one. See, I've tried all of the advice, and I bet you have too. And that's why I know it just doesn't work. Talking about the algorithm itself, why it works, and why sometimes it appears to change, Neil said this.
The simplest way to think about the recommendations that you see in your feed, whether it's the home feed or on the watch page, is it is really a reflection of your interests.
He emphasized that the algorithm actually just represents viewer behavior.
When it's changing in the sense of reflecting back your interests or your personalized history of what you are watching on our platform.
It's not some mysterious force to try and outsmart. When recommendations on your homepage shift, it's not because YouTube wants you to watch certain videos, it's because your viewing habits have changed. Stop trying to beat the algorithm, because it's just not there to be beaten. Instead, focus on making content that your audience actually wants to see. For many of us, this just won't be news at all. If I said that, you'd think that I was just being corny or I didn't know what I was talking about. But this is the CEO of YouTube. So I think it's time that we pay attention. So what does that mean for us exactly? It means that we shouldn't fight the algorithm, we should work with it. When asked about the secret to success on YouTube, Mahan didn't mention thumbnails, titles, or even upload schedules. The advice that he gave was this.
This is actually advice I give to people who ask me, like, what is the secret sauce of being a successful creator on the platform? It really is to be true to yourself.
Authenticity builds trust.
And I can tell you for a fact that it's not the algorithm, it's all the other people that are on the other side of that glass when they're watching your video, if you're a creator, that can tell instantaneously whether that is actually truly your authentic self or if you're trying to basically put yourself in another person's shoes.
Trust builds communities, and it's that community aspect of YouTube that I had underestimated, and so many other people do too. We should be letting the algorithm work for us by creating content for our viewer, not for SEO optimization. Another really insightful comment that he made.
Replace the word algorithm with audience.
And that makes total sense, because like I said in the previous video, YouTube is not a machine. YouTube is just millions of people sitting there watching content. It's not some evil force trying to stop your channel from growing. But hold up, we all know how difficult it is to run a YouTube channel, regardless of how authentic you are, and just showing up as yourself isn't enough. So there has to be more to it. It's true that showing up as yourself is just part of the puzzle. You have to provide value to your viewers in other areas. Education, entertainment, and connection. The magic happens when you provide more than one of those three things together. But underpinning it all is that authenticity and human connection that Neil speaks about. Just being yourself isn't enough to succeed on its own. But the good news is that YouTube will do everything it can to help you, not hinder you. If anything, YouTube wants your channel to grow. YouTube has a vested interest in keeping its viewers on the platform. It's how it makes its revenue. If it thinks that your videos will keep people on the platform, it will keep pushing your videos out to more and more people. If people don't watch your videos, then it won't do that. And that's an uncomfortable truth that not many people like to admit. It's far easier to blame the algorithm than admit that perhaps you need to make better content. In another interview, Neil described YouTube's role in a fascinating way that completely reframes how we think about it.
We build the theater, we kind of build the rooms in the theater, we build the stage, we build the seats, but you're the one who's on the stage.
He described YouTube as the theatre builder, not the director. They aren't there to decide who watches your videos and who doesn't. They're simply there to match up viewers with content creators. That's all there is to it. YouTubers have full creative control over their content. YouTube just provides the infrastructure. This means that as creators, we aren't at the mercy of the platform. We have more power than we think. But that also means that if we aren't making content that our viewers want to watch, they just won't watch it. So if you believe all the clickbait, keep making videos that your audience doesn't want to see, but stuff your descriptions with keywords, hashtags, optimize your title for SEO, and do all of the other things that the gurus tell you about, it just won't work. How many times have you followed a YouTube advice video, uploaded your next video with anticipation knowing that you followed all of the tips, and then nothing? Now you know why. As Neil said, it isn't about tricking a program, it's about serving real people, and real connection will always beat the perfect upload strategy. That's why you'll see channels now, just normal people like me and you, blowing up on YouTube and making a success of it. It's not because they've got fancy equipment, it's not because they know how to beat the algorithm, it's because people like them and people want to watch their videos. There really isn't much more to it. So remember this when you're making your next video. Create content that adds value to your viewer. If something's not working, change it. Don't repeat the same mistakes and expect a different outcome. And most importantly, be yourself. I'm not trying to say that running a YouTube channel is easy, because I know that it's not. There are 1,000 things that can go wrong, and I've probably faced all of them. I've had late nights, self-doubt, countless technical issues. It's just not easy. The purpose of this video isn't to tell you that it is, it's just to give you a little bit of hope that you can run a successful YouTube channel just by being yourself. If you found this video insightful, do consider subscribing to my channel. I make videos like this every week to help new creators just like us make a success of YouTube. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.